It's me, yeah. Turn around.
Why?
This is Carla Garcia, a woman trying to play the victim after severely mistreating her 11-year-old daughter for a whole year. However, police discovered she was hiding a dark truth inside a discarded plastic bin at her home. Today, let's join with Lou Crew in uncovering Carla Garcia's most disgusting lies behind the dramatic arrest footage.
When you guys came?
Yeah, when we came.
When you drove off in New Britain. I drove off, I didn't.
A recently released autopsy report has shed light on the passing of 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia. According to police, her body was discovered in a storage container after her family allegedly concealed the truth for a year. Investigators emphasize that this report is not only medical evidence, but a reconstruction of prolonged neglect. If you've been following this case on the channel, things will be different today. Lou Crew will be announcing completely new findings that will take the entire case in a different direction. Police note that concealment after passing is often tied to fear of exposure rather than panic, particularly when abuse has been ongoing. The people accused of her passing and the alleged year-long cover-up are identified as her mother Carla Garcia, her aunt Jacqueline Garcia, and her mother's boyfriend Jonathan Nanita. Throughout the investigation, police documented numerous serious allegations, ranging from the child's malnutrition and the use of plastic ties to suspicions that the body was hidden in the basement. Police and the girl's relatives repeatedly provided inaccurate information to authorities and child protection systems. Now, the autopsy report is described as providing the most detailed picture yet of what police claim happened. At this point, the focus shifted to the forensic findings. Only a single food item was found in the stomach. Tests also revealed the presence of drugs and substances not indicated for medical use, and an alarmingly low weight, coupled with a significantly reduced weight, which particularly concerned the investigators. Let's recall the events of last October. Police in New Britain, Connecticut, received a tip about something suspicious behind an abandoned house. Officers found a container holding Mimi's remains. But the biggest shock came from the investigators' initial conclusion. She was presumed dead for about a year, and during that time, no one had reported her missing. This led to a crucial question: who had she been living with? And the answer pointed directly to her own family. Affidavit language later highlights this absence of reporting as a critical breakdown in protective systems, allowing the situation to persist undetected. Warrant language describes severe allegations of deprivation and restraint. Mimi was allegedly not given enough food, was tied up with plastic ropes as punishment, and forced to stand in the corner of the house for long periods, leading to urinary incontinence. Investigators believe her passing occurred in fall 2024 and allege the adults did not call for help, instead hiding her body. Investigators say they concealed Mimi's body in the basement of a house in Farmington, Connecticut. Police say the odor became so severe that the adults began staying in hotels, later moving and transporting the body before dumping it. Moving the body multiple times is cited as evidence of deliberate concealment rather than impulsive behavior. That was the disturbing context of the entire case, but things didn't end when the suspects were arrested. On the contrary, that moment opened up the most serious revelations when the official autopsy report was released. This report provided a clear view of the evidence that the prosecution was supposedly relying on to bolster the case against the three people accused of involvement in Mimi's passing and covering it up. Let's start with a detail that has many people pause to think. According to the autopsy report accessed by News 8 WTNH in New Haven, Connecticut, when Mimi was found at age 11, she weighed only 27 pounds. This is equivalent to the average weight of a healthy 2-year-old child. Medical examiners state this degree of weight loss cannot occur without sustained deprivation. Her height is listed as 4 feet 8 inches. The examiner notes near absence of body fat and severe muscle wasting. One blueberry was found in her stomach. The stomach contents suggest minimal intake shortly before passing, reinforcing allegations of prolonged deprivation. The toxicology test revealed the presence of amphetamine, a stimulant. In the report, the forensic pathologist emphasized that there was no record of the child ever being prescribed or diagnosed with this medication. Additionally, tests also detected an antihistamine in the body. The cause of passing is ruled fatal child abuse with prolonged deprivation. Manner of passing, homicide. So why were there over-the-counter substances in the little girl's body? And how did they affect her final days? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment below. And this is where the story takes a different turn. This family was not outside the sight of the child protection system. They were known to the Connecticut Department of Children and Families. Mimi was withdrawn from school in August 2024, a time investigators now believe coincides with her disappearance, opening a chain of questions about the system's role in the period that followed. Carla Garcia claimed homeschooling and out-of-state travel. DCF alleges another child was used to impersonate Mimi during a video wellness check. Affidavits describe this act as intentional misrepresentation, designed to avoid intervention. Police say the deception extended into financial fraud involving SNAP benefits. Investigators state continued benefit collection removed urgency to report the child's absence. These details led to new allegations. Carla Garcia and Jonathan Nanita are now facing additional fraud charges. Investigators allege Garcia continued to receive SNAP benefits, a food assistance program, for Jacqueline for months after her passing. Furthermore, according to police, in January 2025, Garcia even filed an application to renew the benefits and still listed Jacqueline as a family member. Authorities allege the amount stolen totaled nearly $2,900. This led to new charges of conspiracy to commit theft and making false statements. And now, here are the images from body cameras used during the arrests. We begin with the Garcia sisters.
Put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest.
For what? Hard.
We'll explain to you.
Can you grab my phone?
Yeah, we can grab your phone for you.
It's in the room.
Here?
No, not that one.
I appreciate you being cooperative, okay?
I'm just wondering.
I'll explain everything. Good? You comfortable in here? Whoops. Is that okay for right now? You got anything on you?
No.
No?
But can you please just grab my phone?
Yeah, where is it?
It's
That's
in
right.
the room.
Which one's that?
This one.
Well, that's your phone?
No, it's in my.
Oh, whose phone is that?
That's my friend's.
Okay. Hey, just have a seat. Good?
Yeah, that one. Thank you.
Somebody took the dogs?
Yeah,
She came that night?
Hell yeah, she was.
Did she bring it back to the
Yeah, she did.
she brought the puppies back?
Yeah.
All right. You got shoes on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, it's gonna be cold, right?
A little bit.
Can you get my sweater?
Yeah, for now we can get you one.
My sweater's in there.
Yeah, where is it at?
Wait, where's my black sweater? No, it's not that one. It's a Nike one.
Yesterday's an absolute Gretchen that she gave us. So, same stuff.
Jacqueline, where would it be?
Can I get up? Can I get up?
Well, it's not in here other than the closet.
What do you need? My sweater.
Sweatshirt.
My Nikes. I have some in my. Oh wait, check if it's on my sister's drawer.
On the bureau? No, it's not here.
It's not on that drawer.
Can I just give you this red one? Is this all right?
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Now you're being picky.
No, I'm kidding. Just put it over me.
Yeah.
What do you want to like put it over your
Yeah,
head?
put it over my head. I don't want nobody to see.
No, we're gonna transport it on.
Did you like draw most of it?
Good.
Put it all the way down. In my pocket. Yeah.
All right, here we
In the
go.
front.
What?
Pull it in the front.
Okay.
Can I put my arm ready still?
They're already cut up.
Yeah, we'll adjust them when we get up there. You're gonna go into a warm car anyway. So we got heat in the car.
I can't even. It's my.
Yeah. You got keys to lock the back door?
No, read the locket.
Yeah, but where are the keys to lock it?
My friend. Yeah, he left. He was getting us some food.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold your arm walking down so you don't fall, okay? Huh? What'd you say?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because I don't want you to go. You got nothing.
Careful, yeah.
Yeah, just go slow when we get to the stairs.
Soon enough, next week.
Can I have my neighbor's door real quick?
There you go. You good?
I need her to watch. Yeah, probably. Probably not answer, I'm not ready.
So we're in front. Carla.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Are we transporting any, or they're gonna do the whole thing? Here. Jacqueline, go here. Hold on, I'm tall. I'm old and tall, so I'll give you more room, all right?
Logistics continue. The next day, Nanita's arrest escalates. Nanita resists, complains of injury, and denies harming Mimi.
Oh, I'm back! I'm back! Oh! You got a gun? Oh! Got his hand, got his hand. Got his hand. Give your hands! Give me your f***ing hands! Give us your hands! Hold on,
There you go, okay. Okay, he's got it.
Hold on.
We got one light stuck.
Okay.
My
You got
hands!
cuffs?
My
Anybody got cuffs?
face! Hold on.
Hold on.
Move my face!
Come on. Pull him out. Pull
Pull
him.
him out.
My face!
Cops.
Hold on.
Put him in cuffs. Put him in cuffs first.
My face!
I know.
My face!
Hold on.
Fight. My face! I can't feel my face, I'm bleeding.
Hold on.
What's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan what?
Nanita.
No, it's not. What is it?
Jonathan Anita. It's Jonathan Anita, I swear. Ah!
Want to pull him out?
Ah!
Pull him out.
Hey, drag him to you.
Ah!
Drag him to you.
Ah! Ah!
One.
Ah!
Roll to me. Sit up.
Ah!
Yeah, I'll call dispatcher now.
Ah!
Just use out.
Ah!
Look at me. Let me see your face.
Ah!
We'll call medics.
Why'd you guys kick me and beat me up?
Give us your hands.
I put you in handcuffs, dude.
Dude, y'all beat me up.
I didn't beat you up.
Yes, y'all did, bro.
Listen, bro. You'll get checked out. Don't you worry about it.
Come on, bro. Y'all didn't have to do that, though. I was gonna turn myself in. Y'all didn't have to do that.
Turn yourself in.
You guys didn't have to do
yourself
any
in.
of that.
Late for that.
Should have turned yourself in a while
I
ago.
was gonna say I was. You guys didn't have to do any of that, man. I didn't even do that to that girl, bro. I didn't. I'm over here trying to clear my name.
You'll have your time to talk, buddy.
Good work, boys. Good work.
I was gonna turn myself in.
Yeah.
Obviously, it looked like it.
Nah, I
Jonathan.
was tomorrow. Tomorrow I was.
It's always tomorrow.
You had your time, pal.
Well,
You had your time.
today's your time.
Yeah. I think it's 9:21. Now you can turn yourself in.
Fix my shoe. You guys didn't have to do that though, man.
Yo, you smashed into two of our cars.
Cool.
Oh, you took off from us earlier.
I didn't smash on that. I left.
If you're going to turn yourself in, why didn't you stop in New Britain?
Stop right
Yeah,
when you guys came.
In New Britain, in Big Sky.
You almost hit 5 people.
And when you guys came,
Yeah, when we came.
When you
You're
drove
right
off
there.
in
You're
New
right.
Britain.
I drove up. I didn't hit.
Why
Oh,
didn't you
yes,
stop
you
and
did.
turn yourself in then?
Look at that.
Calling on you. People driving out of the way and
You're
bro.
already right in New Britain. I got a bird.
Can we throw him in the
I
car?
didn't do that, man. I'm innocent.
They don't have it. Oh, you got
Yeah,
it.
we got.
My head hurts, man. I didn't have to do any of that.
Investigators note the contrast between his complaints and the documented suffering of the child. However, the crucial question remains, how did it all drag on for so long? To answer that, we must go back to what happened before. These arrests mark the end for the 3 accused of concealing Mimi's passing. But to understand how they managed to evade detection for so long, the story must go back to the past, to the night the police arrived at their door, unaware of what awaited them inside. That night was December 29, 2024. Police in Farmington, Connecticut, were dispatched to the apartment of Carla Garcia and Jonathan Nanita following a call reporting noise. This was where the two lived. According to investigators, this was several weeks after Mimi was presumed dead, and it was in this very house, under a subsequent search warrant, that her body was found in the basement. This moment, pay attention to Carla Garcia and Jonathan Nanita.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Is everything okay?
Yeah,
We got a call. There's a lot of noise coming from your apartment.
they're always calling.
Okay.
Everything's good though.
Everyone's all right?
Yes.
Is anyone else home with you?
Just the babies and my boyfriend.
Okay. Is your boyfriend here?
Yeah.
Can I speak with him?
Yeah. Babe! Babe! They just want to make sure everything's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just pregnant. Just moods, you know.
All right.
But that's what we get.
Hello?
He's coming up.
Oh, okay. Mind if I come in some and you heat up?
Huh?
You mind if I come in some and you heat up? Hey, how's it going? Good. We just got a call. There's a lot of noises and stuff like that. Everyone's okay?
Yeah, my wife's pregnant, so she just be having mood swings. And
Okay.
I be trying to calm her down.
Okay. Things happen.
I'm at the end, so
Okay.
it's difficult.
All right. Well, I haven't met you guys real quick. I'm just going to write your names down, say I spoke with you, and get out of your hair, okay?
Okay.
Hi.
Say hi, baby.
Everything's okay. How long you guys been staying here?
Almost a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Things are good.
Yeah.
Sometimes the walls are, you live in apartments, walls are
Yeah, we
thin
always hear
sometimes.
complaints. They've been complaining since we first moved here, so
Okay, so it's not the first.
Plan on moving.
Okay.
we're actually moving.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because of that. Well, we came from New Britain. It's better over there because we don't have no complaints at all.
Yeah, it's a little bit different area. People are a little less likely to want to call for some noise and stuff like that.
Pay attention to the tone. The explanations of their pregnancy emotions were remarkably calm, and their communication with the police was unsettlingly normal. Finally, the officers left the scene. To them, it was just another routine call. But according to current investigative records, while the exchange took place right outside the house, the child these 3 allegedly caused was no longer present upstairs. So the question is, how did an incident involving a girl who was no longer seen lead to 3 arrests? The answer lies in the chain of testimony that police believe was distorted, gradually unraveled, and meticulously documented in the arrest warrants. It all began with Carla Garcia's initial statement. Initially, according to records, she told detectives in New Britain that her daughter was well and staying at a friend's house. Shortly afterward, police said she blamed her ex-boyfriend, Jonathan Nanita, by fabricating a violent story. But when the autopsy report refuted that possibility and pointed to malnutrition as the cause, her explanation began to change. Carla admits they stopped feeding Mimi roughly 2 weeks before her passing. This admission is cited as direct evidence of intentional prolonged deprivation. Jonathan Nanita's story, as many might expect, didn't quite match. He told police he only played a supporting role. According to him, Garcia called and asked him to throw the box of belongings outside the apartment complex near the garage. Nanita said he then drove to a nearby cemetery to hide the bag. According to the police, when asked who was in the box, Jonathan Nanita initially said he didn't know, but when the officer pressed him again, he just shrugged and replied, "I haven't seen Jacqueline." When the question was pressed more clearly, whether he knew it was Jacqueline or not, he nodded in acknowledgement. At this point, Jonathan Nanita denied any violence, saying he only saw bloodstains on the wall and left in a state of panic. Then came the aunt, Jacqueline Garcia. Police said she initially claimed she had only just learned of the incident and had no involvement. But when questioned further, she confirmed disturbing details, admitting that her niece Jacqueline had been prolonged deprivation and forced to stand in the corner of the house as a form of punishment. According to confirmation, Carla Garcia and her boyfriend, Jonathan and Anita used plastic ties to punish Jacqueline, often forcing her to stand in the corner for extended periods, to the point where she lost control of her physiological reactions. Even more disturbing, according to police, the aunt admitted to witnessing her niece being restrained with plastic ties on multiple occasions. All three are currently in custody. Carla Garcia and Jonathan and Anita are each being held on $5 million bail, facing a range of serious charges, including involvement in the victim's passing, conspiracy, child abuse, unlawful imprisonment, falsification of evidence, and newly added SNAP fraud charges. Carla Garcia is scheduled to reappear in court on January 3rd. Jacqueline Garcia is being held on $1 million bail, facing charges of abuse, unlawful imprisonment, and endangering a child. The moment we were confronted with the Bodycam footage of their terrifying calmness, we truly realized evil is not far away. Sometimes it takes the face of a loved one and hides behind clumsy lies. The misappropriation of welfare funds even after Mimi's passing is the final proof of the moral decay of these perpetrators. Today's true crime case is a reminder of the importance of the connection between schools and social welfare organizations. Let's work together to build a community where every child is seen and protected. Thank you for your support. See you tomorrow at Lou Channel.